What happened was, I think it was about 6 months ago, 7 months ago, I started telling GodLogic, look, you don't need me. And he's got the text messages, by the way. So GodLogic, I give you permission. Post our text messages. See, I'm saying, post them.
Do it.
I give you permission to see if I'm lying. I said, look, dude, you don't need me. You don't need David Wood. David Wood is using you because you're the hottest ticket right now. And I don't want you to be seen with me. And I don't want you to be seen with David Wood because I don't want to sully your reputation because I'm known to be a hothead and I cuss people out. I don't want that for you. Pull away. Stay neutral. He goes, okay, I'll do that. Several times, then I saw him joining David Wood. So I would remind him nicely, gently, brother, pull away. David Wood, he's got an evil mind. He knows what he's doing because David Wood is irrelevant right now. I know it's going to get him upset. If you watch his content for the last 2 years, what has he produced? Nothing but gossip, nothing but slander, drama. You almost think that he is a Mossad agent being paid by Israel to shell for Israel the last 2 years, him and Apostate Prophet. No positive content, no exegesis, no church history, even Muslim polemics. It's always in the context of someone's drama. Well, this Muslim did this Muslim did that. So he realizes he's irrelevant. In order to keep himself in the limelight, what does he do? He hooks up with now the hottest ticket in the market. And they don't realize that you may be hot for a few years, but then you dissipate and you're forgotten. I can name people who were the hottest thing in Muslim debate. No one talks about them anymore. Nobody talks about them anymore.
Right.
Because you may be hot for a season, but then you're forgotten. You need the kitchen. Sorry, I got to just go off camera for a second because I don't want people to see my daughters. Go ahead.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, so David Wood doesn't want to disappear. He wants to stay relevant. He wants to be in the limelight. He wants his name in lights. So what he does is he will befriend and hook up with the hottest ticket going, and it's now GodLogic. So I know his mind. I used to work with him. So I told GodLogic, stay away. He goes, I'm going to stay neutral. Now, here's where I kept noticing a pattern, said nothing. I kept biting my tongue. David Wood would bring in people like Thaddeus and others to lie about my situation with my ex-wife. And if you want to know the receipts, I did sessions on my YouTube channel. My daughters are right here. And even I can't win when I have my daughters testifying because the other day I had them testify. Oh, no, he was, pretty much asking them leading questions. He prepped them for it. So you can't win. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. But nonetheless, God will deal with them. David would bring on people like Thaddeus and even Kelly Powers, who can't stand me, start saying the most heinous lies about me. In fact, if you go to Thaddeus' channel, the last year, it's all about me. He's got a playlist. It's all about me. And I warned him, I go, look, you can be sued for defamation and libel. He goes, bring it on, because he thinks that I'm lying. He's got the facts and I'm scared. I said, God is going to expose you in time. Just wait. And then the straw that broke the camel's back, 2 weeks ago, they had a show where they have a picture of me looking like David Wood, Shamoun, the killer whale, and Malik. You'll see it. It's all about me. Now, even a blind man can see the stream is about me. They're trying to attack me, discredit me. Guess who shows up in the comment section? Yeah, right. That right there, that one. You see that right there? Is that like 2 weeks ago?
A month, yeah.
Okay, no, this is Thaddeus on David's channel, Acts 17.
Gotcha. You
see, it's all about me, this guy. This guy's obsessed. Him and another guy, Greg Stafford. But if you go to David Wood's channel, it's all about me and Malik and supposedly our connection. Now, he goes into the comment section. He's commenting in the comment section. David Wood puts his comment on screen for everyone to see. Now, I text him. I go, hey, dude, what's going on? I go, why are you here joining them? He goes, no, man, I didn't go up to the StreamYard, meaning he didn't join their live. You understand? Like, in other words, he's just commenting in comment section because they're talking about Malik. Now, brother, I know I look stupid. But I'm not as stupid as I look. You see a picture of me. You know they're attacking me. You still join the stream anyway, and you comment, and you think you're not taking sides just because you're not on the stream with them and sitting there and showing your face as they're attacking me? You're serious. Now, it gets even worse. He calls me Yoda, calls me his teacher, so I'm going to call him my Anakin Skywalker because the Force is strong in him. He sets up a conference in Vegas. Guess who's the speaker? David Wood.
Right.
He does a 3-on-3 debate with Tazariak. Guess who's one of the debaters? David Wood. He then has a night in which he's going to charge you $50 to go and speak and meet with David Wood. $50. Now, a guy who says he's neutral, he's going to pull away, a guy who says that he's not taking sides, it sure seems to me like you're taking sides because, number one, have you invited me to come to your conference and speak? No. Have you shown up on my live stream? No. Do you come and comment on my live stream? No. In point of fact, when I did the debates with Nasser and the two Mormons, I was in his state. He knew I was there. Not one phone call to meet with me and hang out with me. And you telling me that I'm the one who betrayed him? Or is it clear as day by his actions he's showing he's already made up his mind? He's on the side of David Wood, who lied about my children, lied about my situation with my ex-wife. Oh, by the way, Thaddeus has been doing everything he can to get my YouTube channel deleted. We got the receipts, and someone sent me text messages where guys pretending to hate me. And and by the way, it's on Twitter. We can open it up and I'll show it to you. Oh, right there. Okay. And telling him, you'll see, I got his info. Do you want me to give it to you? And look what he says. He goes, well, it's only doxing. It's not doxing if it's private. Lol. Meaning, oh, send me his information. It's behind the scenes. So it's technically not doxing. So he can use it to try to expose me and shut down my channel.
Yeah, let me read the message real quick. So it says, I can give you all of Sam's info. You can dox him privately. Because trust me, abusing his wife is only the tip of the ocean, yada, yada, yada. So this is what Thaddeus says back. It's not really doxing in private. The guy says, so you're going to do it publicly, LOL. The guy says, Thaddeus says, but yes, the info would be useful. And I do know what Sam is capable of, as I'm in contact with multiple people who used to be part of his life. So yes, I would like his private information. It seems like the intent would be, as the person says, you're going to do it publicly. He says, yeah, it would be useful.
No, he says that. And if you go to by the way, I want to correct this guy who didn't get it because he's stupid putting all caps. Guys, I told him stay away from me and David Wood, but did he stay away from David Wood? No. So then why does he stay away from me? See, you guys don't listen. See, that's why I have a hard time, Alex. I'm not patient like you. I thought it's clear. You're saying, well, you told him to stay away. All right. So he's doing a good job of staying away from me, but doing a terrible job staying away from David Wood. What are you not getting? But by the way, if you go to the third one, he even says that he wants to know because the guy lied to him and said to him, I think it's the fourth one. I'm sorry. Fourth one. There's another one. Yeah. He says to him right there, I'm writing to Team YouTube. What info can I give them about Sam having an insider relative? So the guy's so stupid. He actually believed this and I don't know who it is, by the way. God is my witness. I don't know who this is. It was sent to me. He tells him Sam has a relative working for YouTube. That's why it's hard for you to get his channel deleted. Look what he says at the bottom. I'm writing to Team YouTube. What info can I give them about Sam having an insider relative? Now, isn't it ironic, brothers? These are the guys that used Muslims like Malik. Oh, they're doxing us. Our life is threatened. And yet I now have them admitting they're not afraid of Malik. I have clips. We're not afraid of Malik. He doesn't scare us. So they use Malik as a scapegoat in order to pretend our life is threatened. So now we need to set up a GoFundMe page because we got to move like IP. At first, he shared these messages on TikTok where Malik is talking about their information. And by the way, I wanted to see if the information that Malik was leaking on TikTok was something that you cannot access and it's private. Guess what? You can find it on a Google search. I did it. I Googled my name to see what come up. I Googled David Wood. Everything that Malik said about David Wood, his known addresses, his aliases, I found on Google. All Malik was doing, I'm not defending Malik. I'm just trying to be, look, fair is fair. As Christians who love God, we need to be just. Even if a Muslim is right, we got to take a side. In fact, wasn't that the beef with David Wood? That when Jay Dyer retweeted what Libiano said, because Jay Dyer agreed that this was true. Oh, look, you're siding with the people. See, this is a drama queen at work.
Right.
Okay. Fair is fair. Even if it's an atheist, if he says something that's true, we have to accept truth because all truth is God's truth. It doesn't matter what your beliefs are. If you speak the truth, we have to then agree with it. Now, in the case of what Malik did, you can find it online. You can dox me right now. Go online, here, I'll even give you my full name. See, I'm going to let you guys dox me. Sam Shamoun, Hassamo. Location, it's going to give you the last known addresses, telephone numbers, and relatives. It's online. All he did was go online. And why did he do it, by the way? Let me again, they're going to say I'm an apologist for Malik. Years ago, David Wood, in his brilliant mind, thought that if he ripped the Quran and ate it, he would get Muslims to attack Muhammad Ajad. Because I can't remember the exact years. Muhammad Ajad had said something very nasty, vile about their wives. Man, I can't even repeat it. Very nasty. So David Wood says, if you ever talk about our wives, this is what we're going to do to the Quran. He ripped it. He ate it. Okay. I can understand that you thought by doing this, because they believe the Quran is to them what Jesus is to us. And that's another thing about Orthodox Christians. Learn this sooner than later. Our view of the Bible isn't akin to the Muslim view of the Quran. The Muslim view of the Quran, the way Sunnis view the Quran, is the way we view Jesus. So it is a huge mistake when you guys debate Bible or the Quran, which is the word of God. We don't have the same view of the Bible that they do of the Quran. The Sunni position is the Quran is the uncreated speech of Allah, and it became a book. Our view is the uncreated speech of God, and I don't believe Allah of Islam is the true God. There are Muslims who don't know what Islam really teaches, and they're ignorant about the nature of Allah. But the Allah of the Quran is not the Allah of the Bible, right? And, well, but your Catholic Church says, all right, sue me, throw me out. But you get my point. I have studied Islam enough to know the Allah of the Quran is not the Allah of the Arabic Bible or the God of the Bible. That I know. Nonetheless, their view of the Quran, that it's the speech of God, uncreated, and it becomes a book, kitab, because an essential aspect of the Quran is that it's a book. It's not just words. It has to be a book. That's our view of Christ, in that Christ is the uncreated speech, and he became man. In point of fact, if you go read the early debates between the Mutazilites, who were the logicians, the Muslim logicians who were influenced by Greek philosophy. See, every problem under the sun was started by the Greeks. All you Greeks, your Aristotle and Plato and logic, you messed up the whole world. You Greeks, you've been a thorn in everyone's side from day one, but nonetheless, along with the orbs that you sent to my house. But the Mutazilites, using Aristotelian logic, said that you cannot posit a true distinction within God without violating his unicity. So they condemn what we call the proto-Salafis, that if you say Allah has an essence, and that essence is composed of distinct attributes, and one of those attributes of the Quran, you're destroying Allah's unicity. You're destroying the fact that Allah is absolutely one. And your belief of the Quran is no different from what Christians say about Isa. They even saw that. So what you're saying about the Quran, the Christians saying about Isa. So what's different? The difference between the two camps. All right. So all this to say that David Wood thought by desecrating the Quran, he would put fear in the hearts of Muslims. It didn't work. It made Muslims more adamant, more angry, and now wanting to do everything to put fear in the Christians, stop messing with our Quran. So now the stupid approach they did was to say, we're going to release your information. They thought, how can we stop these guys from desecrating our holy book? They thinking, if we do it to the Bible, we can't do that to the Bible. You know why? Because we still respect the Bible. It has the names of the prophets of God, and it has truth in it that points to Muhammad. So we can't go the route of desecrating the Bible, just like as a Christian, I can't desecrate the Old Testament, right? So they're in that camp. So then what do we do to stop them? And by the way, that was years ago with Muhammad.
They start doxing basically, and it just keeps
that's what they thought.
It keeps getting ramped up, and then the fire's coming from both sides. David Wood digs his heels in. He does it again and again, and then guess what they do? They get even more mad and they fire back, and they do ABC 1, 2, 3. This is a very similar parallel to what we see between David Wood and you, Sam, and us and the Orthodox.
He does it with everybody.
You see this happening time and time again, and look at how far it's gotten. Now, first off, I want to be very clear. I don't support doxing of any kind. I think this is way too far. Thaddeus trying to get the information, that kind of thing, trying to reveal your location and stuff like this, Sam, I think that's too far. If that's his intent, I think it's way too far. The disagreements, if we've got theological disagreements, we can get into those. If we've got, whatever ABC 1, 2, 3, we can get into that. But there comes a point when it gets ramped up to such a degree where it's affecting people's lives. And we see, like in this situation, this is a young Catholic guy, Jesus and whatnot. This is how far it's gotten with him. Now the Muslims are so freaking angry because you have these people literally like eating the Quran, taunting them, doing ABC 1, 2, 3. Now when somebody sets up a debate with these guys, they're literally trying to kill these guys. Check this out. This is Jesus and whatnot talking about how the Muslims were targeting him, and he literally had the FBI come and knock on his door.
A lot of people have noticed that I randomly stopped talking about Islam for over 1 month. And the reason that I did that is because I was threatened by a terrorist organization. One day, while I was at work, I got a text from a family member of mine telling me that I needed to come home immediately because the FBI was at my house. So I got in the car, got on the phone with this family member, and drove home. When I arrived home, there was a man waiting outside. He showed me his badge, informed me that he was with the FBI, and then told me that we needed to talk. He told me that there was a terrorist group based in the Middle East, and that they were targeting me, calling me a kafir, because I was a threat to the Prophet Muhammad's dignity. This terrorist group had pictures of me, private information, and were actively looking for my address with plans to unalive me and those around me. The FBI agent then told me me that it was probably smart to stop engaging with Muslims online for a little bit for the safety of myself and my family members.
Yeah.
This really upset me because I had an upcoming debate with the Orthodox Muslim, and I unfortunately had to tell him that I could no longer debate. However, he then used that private information and shared it publicly as an attempt to embarrass me, even after I told him that he was actively endangering my family by confirming with the public.
And again, this is somebody that GodLogic, David Wood is right next to him. He's supporting GodLogic, or David Wood, or GodLogic is supporting David Wood. He's doing conferences with him. And then GodLogic goes and he does in-person debates with these Muslims while David Wood is ramping these guys up.
Yep.
They don't see how this just creates a very dangerous situation. I mean, it seems very logical.
So let me just piggyback what he said. My daughters were here because they visit me. December, I have their telephone number on my phone. 2 FBI agents called me. God is my witness. My daughters were here. They came to my house. They first called me. I listened to the voice tech. He goes, I'm agent so-and-so. We'd like to talk to you. So I started freaking out. Why the hell are the FBI calling me? They come to my house and they told me, your name is on a list in New York. New York, not Middle East, New York. I go, really? They told me, look, we're on it. We're working with agents there. So that's why they reached out to us so that we can reach out to you. We're watching you for your safety. So I said, what should I do? They go, well, try to put a camera in front of your door. And I can show you the camera if you want. I've shown it, but if you want me to, I can show it to you. And a latch. I got a latch. They didn't tell me to do latch. My friend told me, well, yeah, let me show it to you guys. Because the haters right here. Oh, Sam, you're a liar. Those orbs have fried your brain cells, Sam. You suck. And I have videos where you're going to see my door. I didn't have this. Let's see right here. You'll see videos. I didn't have this. Okay, that's one. Right here. Let's go outside. And they already know where I live. Okay, here's the camera. Yeah. Okay, right there. You'll see videos about before December. I don't have this. This color was gray. They painted it. And I didn't have a latch because I do videos where I talk to my imaginary friends. By the way, if you guys don't know, let me introduce you. This guy's my friend Butch. Me and him go way back. Butch. Hey, Butch. They're good, all right? Even though, the Eastern Orthodox think I'm going to hell, they still love me. They're praying for me. Okay. Right.
I'm glad we made the cut.
So right here, I had the FBI tell me I'm on a hit list. Okay. What should I do? Should I move? They go, no, just put a camera and be aware. Just beyond, they go, do you get recognized? I go, sadly, yes. If I go out public, because people have taken clips of mine, put it on TikTok, Instagram, sadly, they've made me a celebrity. I'll go to places, hey, you're that. Yeah. I go, yeah. I go, depend, who are you? What are you? Oh, I'm Christian. I go, okay, here, come give me a hug. All right, nonetheless. So I've been threatened. You didn't see me run and say, guys, my life is threatened. I need to relocate. Here's a GoFundMe page. You didn't see me do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now again, inspired philosophy, why I have an issue with him. I'll tell you why I had an issue. If you go back and look about 3 months ago, he said Malik and others were doxing him. And he said, they're threatening me because I'm exposing Islam, but we won't back down. Will you stand with me and support the ministry? Okay, fine, dandy. Fast forward, what was it, 3 months later? Just recently, several weeks ago. You know what? I'm threatened. We need to move. And here's my GoFundMe page. All right. He set it at $100,000. It's now $269,000. And also, this is not me. This is what I'm looking at Twitter. On Twitter, they found his house. And his house is valued at $290,000, and he's already put it on the market to sell it before he started the GoFundMe. So let's say he sells the house, and let's say he makes $100,000 plus the $270,000. That's $370,000 that he made from this transaction. But my problem is, if you were afraid of Malik, we have a video where he's in Santa Monica with a GodLogic and calling out Malik to show up to debate. Hey, Avery, where? And I can show you the video. It's on my Rumble. Does that sound like this guy's afraid that they're going to kill him? If you think this guy is dangerous, he's going to kill you, why are you there calling him out to show up and debate you?
Yeah, that's an interesting point. I kind of have a nuanced take on the IP situation. Now, I mean, I've seen my biggest concern, look, because I mean, I could see somebody, if his family was legitimately in danger or something, he could be guilty of maybe not cutting off the GoFundMe at a certain time. He wanted some extra money. He's like, okay, well, it gets a little tempting or whatever the case may be. You could look at his character from that point of view. My real thing is, look at this group, this anti-Islamianity group, right? Each of them has opened up a massive GoFundMe in the last year. Almost every single one of them. Apostate Prophet did this late 2025. He opened up a massive GoFundMe. It was what? I think it was 6 figures he got on that one as well. GodLogic did the same thing very recently, and he closed it. And then he did like a poll that was like,
yes.
should I reopen this? Should I do a little reopen the GoFundMe and make a lot of money, and we'll just own Muhammad Hijab? Of course his fans are like, yeah, we got to own the Muslims. And then he goes and he makes this video flashing the dollar bills in everybody's face.
Avery was able to raise $60,000 to take a man who is untrained in law, which is Muhammad Hijab, to court.
What? You're the one taking me to court. I'm just defending myself. When I saw 58,000, I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. We nearly doubled what I asked for. So I closed it. You are asking me to reopen the GoFundMe. You have created a reason for us to band together and humiliate you once again.
Since it's going into your bank account, it's going into your bank account.
So I did a show right after he did this, and I was joking with my audience. I was like, "All right, guys, give me 6 figures, so we'll own David Wood." They would crucify me. They would crucify me if I did something like that.
Now, before you do it, can you screen share? Because I want to see what Thaddeus just did again.
Yeah, one moment.
This was just sent to me. It says, guys, reason answers. That's Thaddeus. Just threatened Sam again. He said, tell Sam, I know Jones, legal name is, I got the DM. Saint Joan of Arc is a sister in the Lord who has been exposing them on Twitter. He just supposedly made a threat on Twitter that he knows her legal name and is going to reveal it. Now, here's my problem. Let me now take what you said. Yeah, I want to give Inspired Philosophy the benefit of the doubt, but my point was this, to put things in perspective.
Sure.
Why didn't you ask for support the first time you mentioned that you're being threatened? Remember, go with the timeline. He already did this 3 months ago. He mentioned the fact that they were doxing him and he's threatened. Why then didn't you mention the fact you want to relocate? Why is it 3 months go by, you play the same clips where Malik is mentioning you and your address and your sister, same clips that you mentioned 3 months earlier that you didn't say you wanted to relocate, same clips again 3 months earlier to now get money because you want to move, you want to relocate. See, this is where it doesn't add up for me. Why didn't you do it 3 months earlier when you mentioned it the first time? Why do you then do it only later after you see Apostate Prophet got $42,000 because he made the same accusation? He said, my life is threatened. I need money so that I can relocate and, so I can do the work. He got $42,000. Now, to his credit, it was only $42,000. But immediately after that, where do you find Apostate Prophet? He's in UK. Then you find him in Israel. How did he get there with what money? Okay, that's one. Secondly, with David Wood, he got over $100,000.
Right.
So, okay, if you tally how much they made, it's over $500,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's very lucrative to be threatened. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the orbs just informed me that the people in New York are getting closer. They're in the vicinity. I need money fast to escape. I'm going to set up a GoFundMe. Can you at least get me 300 G's? This guy made 270,000. See, this is the problem I have. You understand the problem I have? This is the problem. Now, coming back to GodLogic. After GodLogic showed his true colors, because now I figured out what's it about. Here, I realize he doesn't want to burn bridges so that he can reach out to me. And if you go to my Twitter, as of last week, July 17, he reaches out to me, says, do you have an article refuting Unitarians who say Jesus was made Lord in Acts 2:36? That's one of their arguments. I go, here you go. It's on Facebook. I put it there. So as of last week, this guy is still reaching out to me behind the scenes, using my articles, while publicly he's going to platform a guy who lied about my situation with my ex-wife. And I brought receipts to refute those lies. So it's now defamation if they keep mentioning it. Brought my daughters to testify because they said I abandoned my daughters. I don't pay child support. A lie from the pit of hell. And by the way, if I was this evil, why would my daughters be anxious to come and see me and want to be with me every day? Who's putting a gun to their head to tell me, Baba, we want to come. We can't wait to come. And we can't wait to have you every day with us in our life. I mean, they're right here. They're okay, lie after lie about my family. And when he told me that Libiano had disrespected his wife, I go, out of respect for you, I won't debate him. I'll shun him. But you didn't extend the same courtesy to my family. See, this is my problem.